Hello, everybody. Theo the Juggernaut with you on this Tuesday afternoon. Unfortunate news on the East Coast. The Winnipeg Jets have had their game postponed. That's maybe a good thing for the Jets. Game is rescheduled March 28th. As for last night's game, just another classic reason as to why the out with the old, in with the new theory has to begin sooner than later. A good friend of mine said the future is now. What is exactly going on with the old squad? And quite frankly, it's the old squad that's transferred from our friends in Atlanta that still is not leading by example. By me saying that, here's the quick synopsis. 1 year, one playoff, 6 years, old squad, and the only person we've really gotten rid of is Andrew Ladd. Everything else is still on the same books. Everybody's still doing the same thing, still getting injured the same way. And if our experience is showing otherwise, the experience is telling that, listen, these young kids are seeing how these veterans are playing and how they play before and after an all-star game, during a second and a third period, and quite frankly, leading by the wrong example. Case in point, Dustin Byfuglien, what are you doing in the overtime period getting a penalty? Secondly, if you're playing too much, tell your coach that you need to play less if you're going to be a veteran and lead by example. And thirdly, why is Julian Melchiori playing more than 25 minutes in a game when you have 3 other defensemen that have played more games on the D and he's getting the second most playing time? Unbelievable. Maybe it should start from the top, Mr. Huddy. Maybe you should go find some work somewhere else. But the bottom line is you have 14 games left. You're 3 games below 500. You've lost 4 in a row, being outscored 18-10 in those 4 games, having 4 of your 10 goals scored last night. One of the few times Line A scores and you lose a game. And then you're out 10 points from the second wild card spot with 1 game out of hand, 11 points out from where Nashville is in the 3rd place in the Central Division. A week ago, when you were playing Pittsburgh and San Jose, there was a gleaming opportunity to even have a chance to make the playoffs, and unfortunately, we can't even do that. So tonight's game is canceled. What they do with it, who knows? Jacob Trouba, day to day. As for the rest of the team, the bottom line is, if they're going to lead by example, these veterans, then lead. If you're going to not do what you need to do and play the roles, then you know what? Go get injured. Duck. Do something. But I'm telling you right now, there's 4 or 5 guys with the Moose organization that would love to have a crack at the last 14 games. There's some guys in there, Kyle Connor included, who has done a great job with the hand dealt with him. And we'll get to him in a second. So, Winnipeg Jets front office. I'm kind of agreeing with the rest of my sports writers and the rest of my guys that actually scrutinize this team a whole lot more than I do, and saying this. Give these youngsters an opportunity to get some points, get some exposure, and get some experience, because you know you're not making the playoffs. There, I've said it. 14 games, you got to go 10-3-1. You're not going to win 10 out of the 14. Make me chew my words. I dare you, Winnipeg Jets. Go ahead and do it. As for our Moose, they're not sitting in a great position either. 23-31-4 is their record. They go to the middle of April playing their games. But I will say Jack Roslovich and Kyle Connor definitely deserve a chance to go play up as well. And why are we bringing up Melchiori all the time? Maybe it's a contract thing. But Kevin Kuzman should be getting a shot to play some minutes up there as well. He's actually played pretty decent. His plus-minus is near 0, and he's doing a great job for the junior affiliate squad. As for the Moose, they play tonight in Winnipeg, the last game against the Toronto Marlies. After winning 4 straight games to end February, they're now on a 5-loss set here. Not very cool. Maybe they can break that here tonight. That's it for Theo the Juggernaut. Have a great rest of the week. Hopefully the weather gets better on the east. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Want to say bye, Jakey?